Hello folks. So today I will talk about the ng container tag. In the last video I talked about the ng template, and so today I will talk about the ng container tag, how you can use this in your project. So why we use ng container? So ng container is basically used to make our code, make our blocks reusable. So with that we can create flexible and reusable components, and it is a kind of a wrapper tag. And as you can see here. So ng container is a grouping element. It is used for rendering HTML. The popular case is when you have want to use two directives in one container and you face some issues. So what are the directives they are talking about? So there are directives like ng if ng4. Suppose you are creating a one block and you want to add the if condition also, or you want to add the ng4 here there also. So you cannot use two directives in single block. So what you can do here? So it means you cannot do that. So if you want to do anything, then what you need to do to solve this issue, you can add an extra tray or an ng container. So to solve that issue we can add these things. You can also use this tag to import components. So with the ng container you can also import the components uh, using the ts file. So with ng container it does not conflict with the styles or layout because Angular does not put it in the DOM and it solve our problem completely. What it means is basically means it does not create any new block. So means you can normally use you can means it also not changes our css. So I will also show you this why it is not creating a conflict. So vContainerRef is a class. Ng container is a class of so it is a class of ng container element, as we can see here. So suppose open any element. So there is an input element, so its class is ng input element. So in the same way the ng container class is the the class for ng container is a vContainerRef, and I already told you in the ng template the ng template class is the template ref. So these are the classes that are associated with each input associated with each HTML element tag. So with create template view you can show the content of ng template by passing it into the view container. With ng complete outlet we can import multiple components. It inserts template as a child. So let me show you all these things. So what is the problem they are talking about? The do directives. Let me firstly run this code. So the problem is, so here we have two directives on a single element. As you can see here, it is ngif and ngfor. So we cannot use two directives. Cannot have multiple elements. Binding on one element. So use only one attribute prefixed with star. So there are some conditions in which we require these things, but so how you can solve this problem? So you can solve this problem either by adding another div tag. So as you can see here, we have added another div tag, and it solves our problem. But here we have an additional div element. So suppose and if you and another one is the ng container with the feature that we are talking about. So as you can see here, means this ng container will not add any extra HTML element. It will with that you can easily add the condition or you can easily render the data. So let me show you this thing. Okay, so here issue is this. Let me correct that. So as you can see here, what we have done, we have added an extra div tag, and we have added the uh, ng4 also. So as you can see here, it is displaying the, and this is the extra development that we have shown here, and this is the tag where we have added the ng4. Next we will move to this ng container. So let's see what how it is working here. So as you can see here, uh, so this is another one tag. So as you can see, it has not added any extra. It has not added any extra element. So as you can see, this is the extra element here. But here we do not have an extra element because we have used the ng container here. So means in the old code, if there is any CSS is written, then you also need to change. Do not need to change that CSS. You can easily byte the data. Let's move to the another example. So here what we have done, here we have added the condition, and here we are showing the data. It is similar like the previous one. Next is so another example is this because you can use this container with ng template also. So here what we have done, we have defined this here. We have defined the reference of this temp container. Then next is we define the reference of this another ng template container. So what we want to do, we want to insert that data, insert this data here. So here you can achieve this. So it is a span 1, it is a span 2, it is a span in template. Okay, so if you can see here what we have done, we have just defined the, we have used the create embedded view here. So it basically creates a view. Then after that, it is inserting that view inside this container. So As you can see here, in the container, inserted. It has inserted that template. Means if we can see here, means this template is inserted in this container. If you can, then so with that template view, we can work like that. So here it is showing I am span 1, span, I am span in template, I am span 2. So with that you can easily identify first element is this, second this, third one this. So it is come in this template tab. So it can be achieved by using the create embedded view. So I have also already mentioned here also create with the create embedded view you can show the content of string template by passing it into the view container. So here this is a use case of this third one. And last is we can also show the components using this ng container. So here as you can see I defined this one component, class binding component. So whatever the code of class binding component, it will show in this container. Let me show you. So as you can see it has binded the whole component. So as you can see a class binding. So with that you can also render the component here, and it will also not create any additional block. It simply just insert any element, whatever the element you defined here. Thanks guys for watching.